Betrayal doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it doesn't crash into your world with thunder and fury. Sometimes it slips in quietly, wearing the clothes you folded, the perfume you once adored, asking about your day over dinner while slowly dismantling everything you thought was solid. I didn't realize I was living in that silence until the night my wife, Alina, looked me in the eye and told me she was leaving me. For someone else. There was no yelling, no drama. Just her words, cold, practiced, and the echo of them in a house that had already stopped feeling like home. What she didn't know was that I already knew. And I had been planning something she'd never see coming. It was a dull Tuesday evening. Work had been a slog of back-to-back meetings and performance reviews. The kind of day that eats your soul by degrees. I decided to stop and grab Alina's favorite, red curry and jasmine rice from the Thai place on 5th. A small gesture, hoping maybe we could reconnect, if only over dinner. I pulled into the driveway just after 7. Her car was already there, which surprised me. Lately, she'd been working late more often than not. As I stepped into the house, I felt it immediately. The weight in the air. It wasn't quiet, it was hollow. The kind of stillness that tells you something is off. The living room lights were dimmed. The only sound was the refrigerator humming softly in the background. "Alina!" called out. She was in the dining room, standing by the window. She wore an emerald green dress. Elegant, too much for a regular night at home. Her makeup was flawless, her hair curled just so. She didn't turn at first. Then I saw it, the suitcase at the base of the stairs. My heart dropped. Still I said nothing. She turned slowly, fingers fidgeting with her bracelet. Her eyes didn't meet mine. "We need to talk," she said. "Okay," I replied, setting the bag of food on the table, though I already knew dinner wasn't happening. We didn't sit. We stood like two strangers caught in a scene neither of us rehearsed well enough. "I'm leaving," she said. "I've been seeing someone." There was a pause. No apology. Just the facts. "He's younger," she added. "His name's Josh. He's 26. He understands me. He sees me." Felt like watching a bomb go off behind soundproof glass. The room didn't shake. But everything inside me did. "How long?" asked, my voice calm, too calm. She hesitated, and that was the real answer. "Almost a year," she said. "A year. A year of good morning kisses, of birthday dinners, of plans made and undone, while she carved out another life behind mine." I nodded, dragging a hand down my face. "Okay." She blinked. "Okay. I hope he's what you're looking for," I said simply. Her face fell slightly. Like she'd rehearsed for rage, for heartbreak. And now I wasn't giving her either. "You're not angry?" she asked. "No. If this is what you want, then go." I walked over to the front door, opened it and stood aside. She stared, unsure. Her script was crumbling. And then she walked out, dragging the suitcase behind her. No slammed doors. No final words. Just the click of her heels and the scent of her perfume, lingering in the hallway like an echo. That night I didn't drink, didn't scream, didn't call a friend to ask what I should do. I just sat in the quiet and stared at the ceiling, letting the memories play out like old films. Our wedding, our vacations, her falling asleep on the couch with her head on my lap. I didn't feel destroyed, felt unchained. Over the next few weeks I moved like a ghost, boxing up her clothes, wiping her prints from the bathroom mirror. Not out of anger, but because the air still smelled like her and it made breathing hard. Then something inside me clicked. I didn't just want out of the marriage. I wanted out of everything. The job, the city, the life I'd built around her. A month later I quit my job, sold the house, cashed in my savings. No farewell post, no dramatic announcements. It vanished. I ended up in a quiet coastal town 3 hours south. The kind of place where time forgets to hurry. The salt air hit me like therapy. The mornings began with gull cries and ended with sunsets so vivid they didn't look real. I rented a weathered cottage from a woman named Marjorie who ran a second-hand bookstore down the road. She needed someone to help with odd jobs, fixing shelves, replacing lighting, rearranging stacks of books. It was perfect. I worked with my hands, sweat under my nails. No spreadsheets, no office clothes, no reminders of the man I used to be. Each day I ran further along the cliffs. Ate better, slept deeper. I started to remember who I was before I was trying to hold something broken together. 10 months passed. One evening I posted a photo. Just me standing beside a shelf I built. Behind me, the ocean rolled out to infinity. No caption. No explanation. Just peace. Later that night, I saw her name light up my phone. Alina. You look amazing. Where are you? Can we talk? I didn't respond. A week later, another. I made a mistake. Josh wasn't who I thought. I lost the only person who really saw me. Still I stayed silent. And finally, I'm so sorry. I wish I could undo it all. But there was nothing to undo. My life wasn't paused. It had moved on. A year after she left, I returned to the city for a friend's engagement party. I wore a tailored suit that fit me like it had been sewn to my new frame. I walked in and spotted her by the bar, alone. Her eyes widened when she saw me. She stepped forward, uncertain. "Hi," she said, voice barely above a whisper. "You look." "I know," I said, a soft smile on my lips. "I didn't think you'd come." "I almost didn't," I replied. "But I'm glad I did." She hesitated, then said it. The apology that had been sitting in her chest for a year. "I'm sorry. For all of it." He nodded. "We made our choices. And mine led me somewhere better." Her voice trembled. "You never replied to any of my messages." "I didn't need to," I said simply. She searched my face, looking for the man she left behind. But he was gone. "You've changed," she whispered. "That was the point," I said. And with that, I turned and walked away. She thought the story ended the night she left. But my story started the moment I opened that door and let her go. And this version, the one I wrote for myself, is better in every way.